Today we discuss about the topic process of blood clotting. How the blood is clotted, we learn in this session. Okay. Here the process of blood clotting, they contain three main steps. What are they? Step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay. In the step 1, first the formation of prothrombin activator, means they produce the prothrombin activator, and in second step the conversion of prothrombin to thrombin. Okay, the conversion means prothrombin is the inactive one, that is converted into thrombin. Okay, and next in the step 3, conversion of fibrinogen to fibrin. Okay, here fibrinogen is the insoluble protein that is converted into the in the presence of thrombin to fibrin, that is the insoluble protein. Okay, in the first step, formation of prothrombin activator. Here when the damaged tissue or platelets, they release that they form as they contain in two ways, like they in extrinsic and intrinsic pathway. In two ways, the damaged tissue or damaged platelets, okay, they produce the prothrombin activator by the two process. What are the two pathways? That are extrinsic pathway and intrinsic pathway. Okay, here when the in the next step, what happens? This prothrombin activator, conversion of prothrombin. This prothrombin is converted into thrombin in the presence of prothrombin activator. Here already this prothrombin is formed by these extrinsic and intrinsic pathways. Okay, by this prothrombin activator, and calcium ions, they convert the prothrombin. It is the inactive one. Okay, it is the inactive one. It is converted into thrombin. It is the active one. In the second step, the prothrombin inactive one is converted into the thrombin in the presence of prothrombin activator and calcium ions, which is produced by the extrinsic pathway and intrinsic pathway. And in the third step, this is a conversion of fibrinogen. Here the fibrinogen is converted into fibrin. Fibrin means the thread-like structures which cover the damaged tissue or platelets. That is by the here the fibrinogen, it is the inactive one, that is converted into fibrin. It is the thread-like structures they form. Here it is the fibrinogen is the insoluble protein that is converted in the presence of this active thrombin to fibrin. Okay, that are the insoluble proteins, means they form as net-like structures on the damaged tissue. Okay, if we take any tissue here what happens when the damage of a tissue is there, these fibrinogen, they form as a net-like structure, means here they formed as a the fibrinogen that formed as net-like structures, they undergo means of polymerization. Polymerization means these are monomers. Fibrin, they are monomers. These are by the polymer, by the several cells, they form as polymerization, and thread-like structures are formed on the damaged tissue. Here in this tissue, the damaged tissue or platelets or RBC, WBC, they are stuck in between these net. These places, they are stuck into that places. So here that look like a clotting, means here they formed as these fibrin, they formed as net-like structures. In that net-like structure, the WBC or RBC or stuck in between the gaps. So here we can see like it is like a clot. It is called as a blood clot. In the process of blood clotting, mainly three steps are there: formation of prothrombin activator, conversion of prothrombin into thrombin, and conversion of fibrinogen to fibrin. In these three steps, here the first step they contain the two pathways that are the extrinsic pathway and intrinsic pathway. In this extrinsic pathway, here what happens? Extrinsic means outside. Okay, in this injured tissue. Okay, injured tissue, they release the tissue thromboplastin. It is they release this part. What is this? Tissue thromboplastin. That is in the presence of factor 7. Okay, that factor 7 also help to this tissue thromboplastin to make the inactive 10th factor. It is also factor. Make the 10th factor into active 10 factor. Okay, means here what tissue thromboplastin, that is convert the inactive 10 factor to active one, and this and also helps the calcium ions that are also called as factor 4. Calcium ions are factor 4. Okay, that active 10 in the presence of factor 5th. Okay, it is the factor 5th, that is they make the prothrombin activator. Okay, means here in this the injured tissues extrinsic pathway. In the intrinsic pathway, what happens when the blood is exposed to a collagen of a blood vessel? Means in the blood vessels, here it is the blood vessel. In the blood vessel inside it is the blood. Okay, outer the blood vessel outer covering is called as tunica externa. What is that? Tunica externa. In this tunica externa, collagen is present. Here in this blood exposed to a collagen of blood vessel, means when this blood vessel is damaged, what happens in this blood vessel inside blood is get contact with the outer covering of collagen. Okay, when this process will happen, so what happens that inactive 12th factor is make the active 12th factor, and this active 12th factor, these make the 11th factor to which is inactive one, that makes the active 11th factor, and this inactive this factor 11 make the 9th factor in which is inactive to 9th active one in the presence of calcium ions, and this 9 factor make the 10th factor which is inactive one make the 10th active factor. Here this 10th factor which is active one in the presence of 5th factor that produce the prothrombin activator. For this here the blood when the blood released, in that blood they contain the platelets and phospholipids and also the thromboplastin. Here also thromboplastin is produced. Here also they release the thromboplastin, which is the third factor. These and this factor 5, they make the prothrombin activator. Means in this extrinsic pathway, here prothrombin is produced, and in the intrinsic pathway the prothrombin activator is produced. Here intrinsic means inside the blood vessels, extrinsic means in the tissues that will happen. Okay, here in both ways the prothrombin activators are produced. Here these prothrombin activator, what they will do, the conversion of prothrombin into thrombin, means prothrombin which is the inactive one. Okay, it is the inactive one that is converted into thrombin, that is the active one in the presence of a prothrombin activator. Okay, and next third step, conversion of fibrinogen to fibrin. Okay, here fibrinogen is the inactive one that is converted into fibrin, that are the thread like structures that are monomers. Okay, that is converted by thrombin which is active one. produced in the second step, okay, that convert the fibrinogen to fibrin. Okay, here the fibrin is the monomers. After this fibrin, after polymerization, means many cells, many threads are formed by polymerization, and they formed as a thread-like structures. When the tissues are damaged, if we take the tissues, here in this tissue area, when that damage is there, these are thread-like structures, they formed as a net-like structures. Okay, in between that places, the RBC and WBC, they stuck in between them. They, in that area, we can look like a clot. It look like a clot-like structure. It is about the process of blood clotting.